The Struggling Artist Record Club is a vinyl record subscription service where I hunt and curate the best punk and punk-adjacent music out there and mail their record to your door each and every month. Imagine finding your new favorite band from across the country without ever having to leave the house. It doesn't get much better than that. The excitement of discovering new music just got that much easier. As a member of the Struggling Artist Record Club, you are going to receive some of the best music you've ever heard from bands you may never even heard of. Whether you've been collecting records for years or just starting out, the Struggling Artist Record Club is designed specifically for you. And right now, all new members get a Struggling Artist Record Club exclusive along with the monthly selection. So head to StrugglingArtistRecordClub.com, pick a membership, and start building that collection today.
You're listening to the Struggling Artist Podcast.
People need to be entertained. They need the distraction.
With your host, Trev Allen.
I wish to God that somebody would do something to block out the voices in my head for 5 minutes.
All right, welcome back. Today we have a very special and somewhat different episode. So Somergloom is an annual music festival that brings together a wide variety of dark and heavy bands in Massachusetts. And this year I talked to their organizer, Dr. Gloom, and we met on location at Deep Cuts in Medford, Massachusetts, which will be hosting the first night of the festival. So there will be some barroom ambiance, but just pretend you're there with us, record shopping, getting ready for a great show. So without further ado, here it is, episode 448, Struggling with Somergloom. We're here on site at Deep Cuts in Medford, Massachusetts with Dr. Gloom from Somergloom to talk about Somergloom 2026. This has been a festival that's been going on since 2021. And I guess my first thing is, since the first year in the parking lot, did you envision doing this every year?
Well, of course we envisioned it. There are no accidents in the universe of Dr. Gloom.
No accidents
No
in the universe
coincidences.
of Dr.
No accidents.
And so...
There's a grand vision.
And so, at what point did you fight yourself out of the parking lot?
Okay.
Okay.
Take them off.
All right, Dr. Gloom takes a break.
Yeah, well, so we started in the parking lot.
So I have a vivid memory of this because it was 2021 and the climate of live music was really strange.
Yeah.
And I remember, I saw the event and I'm like, this is something really interesting. It's like an all-day outside thing with a lot of unique bands in one space.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sounds like an exciting, interesting thing. And that sort of I think the really creative, well-curated environment of that first year has since expanded. So I guess what was the vision at the very beginning? Were you just trying to pull off whatever we could in the years of COVID?
Yeah, I mean the first Somergloom, it was just a show.
Just a
show. As far as the infrastructure, the credit there goes to JJ Gonson of Once and the awesome team that she assembled. Alex Pickert was the talent buyer that first year. Aaron Jeanette, who's still with Somerville to this day, doing festival management, and a bunch of other people, talented people on the audio side of the things. I was helping out with video documentation for the entire summer series, and I was given a date just to curate a bill, but I had kind of before that had this idea that I wanted to do a Doom festival in Boston.
No, and that's awesome because I think like one thing I always loved about Somergloom is that it is well curated, like akin to like bigger festivals in like other parts of the world that draw more like I guess esoteric kind of music. And like while there's a musical diversity, there is a through line that connects all the artists. So I remember the first artist I ever saw play Somergloom, I think, was Joseph Allred.
Oh, yeah.
Completely mind-blowing guitar player. I've never seen anything like that. And then proceeding to see some of the heaviest bands in the universe. And so, like, what is your conception of, like, Gloom as a through line? Like, when you're thinking about bands. And especially because now we're in 2026, this is, like, the punk year for Somerville.
Yeah.
Which is kind of exciting. But all these bands bring, like, a really specific intensity, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we have A Night with Drop Dead, Miracle Blood, Severed Boy, KO Queen, Unhinged. Like, that is much more like the hardcore punk space.
Totally.
But still, like, there's an intentionality with that in the whole festival. Yeah,
I mean, I think with the sort of the through line is Gloom. I've always, I wrote a couple grant applications and I had to like describe like what we were trying to do. So I think it said something about like, you know, artists that create music that's like challenging, that's personal, that's has like intricacies to it. I forget the exact language we used, but and then it's just like that got that gloom feeling.
Yeah, and you know, I had another conversation. I spoke recently this week with Kira McSpice, who I first saw play at Somergloom, and we were talking about how like people are moving more and more towards intense music.
Yeah.
Like people like fucking really crazy. I don't even want to say aggressive, but like intense forms of expression.
Yeah.
So like whatever, if you want beautiful heavy music, you want it like to like a really large degree, and you everything is in like it's like on Somerville, like the hardcore bands are heavy, like the beautiful, more atmospheric bands are like enormous, and so I guess for this year, like I feel like every year the scope sort of expands a little bit. So like, what was your vision for 2026?
Well, I think the vision for every year is just to like book a good festival.
Yeah.
You know, the hardcore night sort of came about. We already had Miracle Blood and Severed Boy confirmed, and usually I have some bands confirmed before everything really takes shape, and it takes shape when we book headliners. So when we got Drop Dead, I figured like we gotta, you know, Miracle Blood makes sense, Severed Boy makes sense. They're heavy. They've all played in hardcore bands. So we booked a couple hardcore bands, Unhinged and KO Queen, to round it out, and they're both great bands.
Yeah.
So
and one thing I've been curious about, because the venues have been changing a lot. Because I mean, I can only imagine it's really difficult to book a normal show.
Yeah.
Let alone a 1-day festival, let alone a 2-day festival, let alone 4 days. But it seems like every year there's always been at least some focus on Somerville. Like keeping like at least one Somerville venue involved, whether the whole festival's there or whether just like some shows are there. And has that been sort of intentional and just sort of how it's been happening?
Absolutely. You know,
because I always thought about it as like a Somerville event. And
I think of it that way too.
Yeah.
You know, in the description I'll put like Boston's, you know, Gloom Festival because people know where Boston is.
Right.
They might not know Somerville or Medford or, you know, but you know, I've been a long time Somerville resident. Always wanted to have it in Somerville in some capacity. You know, we were at the Armory a couple of years ago. That was great because they had 2 rooms that we could work with.
Yeah, I remember there was like different vibes in different spaces.
Yeah, and there's a lot to love about the Armory as a venue. It was great for having the vendors up on the mezzanine.
Yeah.
But last year we ended up with Crystal Ballroom, which we had been kind of eyeing that space for a while. Anyway, it's a great venue.
It is.
And
regal.
You know, and then Deep Cuts has just been killing it as like, you know, the kind of like small, medium venue.
Yeah, no,
in the area.
It's a badass space. Shout out Deep Cuts.
Shout out Deep Cuts.
Check out their cool record store.
So Medford's close to Somerville, so it just made sense to we had the opening night here at Deep Cuts last year, and then this year we decided and add a second day. So that's the Sunday night show to close things out. So a little Deep Cuts sandwich.
No, hey, they do make a good sandwich.
They do make a good sandwich.
We got to bump them a little bit for letting us invade their space.
Deep Cuts is the bread. Crystal Ballroom is the filling.
The sandwich.
So yeah, sandwich.
And so one thing I've noticed over recent years is it is a very local festival in terms of the kind of bands that play. But in the past few years there's been more and more national acts. And sort of what I love about that is it sort of combines a really what I think we have is a really thriving environment for art in Boston that can sometimes be overlooked when people consider cities that have output. It's not what people think of as Boston music or New England music isn't always that.
Yeah.
And so I think it's really interesting how it started to be bigger bands but also operating on the same level that our amazing local bands are. It's when did that start? When did it start growing where you started being oh, we can start reaching for these other names to bring them into because it's what I like about it is it doesn't feel oh, a big band's coming to town and these are local bands at the show.
Yeah.
It feels that these bigger national touring bands are coming and then they get integrated with what's happening here. And I don't know how that vibe is accomplished, but it's really cool. So I want to commend you for that.
Thank you.
When did that start evolving past?
Yeah, I mean I think we had Body Void the first year, and they're from Burlington, Vermont, which is kind of far but not too far. And I worked with them doing a video at Blackheart Sound. That's when I met them. So we invited them up that year, and then 2020, the third year, that was when we're no longer able to do this at Boynton Yards in the parking lot. So we ended up doing 3 different venues. We had the Rockwell in Somerville, and Bone Up Brewing in Everett, and then we Garage B in Brighton at the Speedway. And we got Marissa Nadler that year, who has roots in Boston, but is based in Nashville now. So that was maybe the first year that we brought somebody from further afield. And then 2024 we started really pursuing national touring acts.
Yeah,
and we pursued local
I think that there's a lot there is a lot of that. More.
We got Big Brave and Rural Thunder that year.
Big Brave was amazing. I thought
so good.
My mind was gonna fall out of my skull.
Yeah,
I was just true feedback art.
The way that they sculpt their tone in real time using space.
Yeah, I've never seen
the dynamics and the way they work with tension is.
And I mean, I think
unrivaled. Sort
of what I love about the whole festival is there's always something new to me. Every year there's something new that I can get really excited about. I found artists that are now artists that I can listen to a lot, not just I went to a show and I'm oh, this band is good, but artists I'm very invested kind of in their output and following along. So what's a new band this year, or at least a new to the festival band that you're really excited to bring to the people? Because I know we have some returning bands, and we have some bigger bands that have been playing out a lot that people might be familiar with. But is there a band where you're really excited to see them get up on that stage?
That's a good question.
I mean, I'm sure all.
Most of the bands that are playing I've seen live,
right?
Extensively. I've seen Miracle Blood live. I mean, I've never seen them on this stage that big,
right?
So I'm pretty pumped for that.
Yeah.
See what they can do with a bigger platform.
And they're monster band.
Yeah, I'm psyched for Miracle Blood. I'm psyched to see Hemlock, who's playing Sunday here at Deep Cuts. They're like a very like progressive, you know, like conjuring fantasy, alien landscapes kind of band. Very. They had a singer. They're now just instrumental. Just like
that's sort of the
gnarly prog rock.
When your singer quits,
You're like,
don't find.
Yeah,
out
you're like, So I'm excited to see them. I haven't seen them live, but I've heard good things.
No, that's awesome. And I think, like, for me, one is, like, Gloom Lurker on the big stage.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, I'm really excited.
Another band
I've seen
that
them
I've seen
lot.
at, like, O'Brien's.
Yeah,
And
like, I've seen them a lot over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see, like, them push through, like, that kind of volume.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, like, for the Thursday show, I'm really excited for Through a Glass Darkly. Because I don't know much about that band at all, except, like, their records. They seem to maintain, like, a air of mystery.
I also don't know much. Eric from Blackheart's Sound.
Yeah, he engineered the record. That's where I found out about that.
Magnetar and Through Glass Darkly are doing a mini tour together, like 4 or 5
And I was
shows.
confused because I thought they were a New England band, but then it turns out they might be from the
They're
Southwest.
like members.
I feel
Somebody
like
lives in New Hampshire. Some people are in Arizona.
There's always someone who
Like
lives
a
in
long
New
distance band.
Hampshire. Yeah, and I guess like this is like a lot of work. It's like, what's the most like gratifying part of this experience, and like how much of the year? At what point of the year do you start like pulling your hair out about this?
Probably during the booking process.
Yeah.
And then, you know, as we're just like the entire time after. So, you know, like 6 months out of the year.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
But like, so I guess one thing, like, what motivates you in like the team? Because I know there's like a bunch of people like involved in it.
Yeah, there's like at the moment there's like 4 of us that are really making it happen, and then of course like all the staff and the volunteers, like when we actually venue staff. But we're definitely looking to open it up.
Yeah, no, and it's awesome because like
it's way too much for
for
people who aren't full time.
No, yeah, I mean like it's a full time thing to be like looking at like a year round event.
Yeah.
And even with that, you're starting to expand into doing like one-off events,
right?
Like under the Somergloom moniker.
Yeah, which is honestly it's not that hard. It's like you book the show, you make a flyer, you hang some flyers up.
Well, I do like that it's captured in like the same world.
Yeah.
Like you guys, not to get too far ahead of the festival, but you do have Gloom over Providence. I forget the specific name.
The Gloom that came to Providence.
The Gloom that came to Providence.
That's Keith from Voodoo Sister is spearheading that. I gave him the blessing to use the Somerville brand. You know,
and Voodoo Sister's awesome. Like
really
saw
awesome.
them last year.
Incredible.
And I was like, I dragged one of my friends with me who's like not a Doom person at all.
Yeah.
Like, tries to be open-minded, but he just like reaches things he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
And then Voodoo Sister played it. It's like, I understand, and it made like the rest of the night make more sense to me. Where I'm like, and I feel like all the bills sort of, or a lot of them, there's like you get some nice like whiplash, so you don't get bored. It's not like the same style band.
Yeah.
Like, and I think the Sunday night show this year is sort of like the big whiplash one.
Yeah, that's definitely the whiplash
and I think
show.
that's exciting because finally get to see 8 Foot Man-Child on Somergloom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they're like Gloom affiliates.
Yeah.
Because they do Doom and Grail and have their own space, and I feel like they're big.
I've booked several
pillar.
shows at their house spot.
Yeah, the Bang Space.
Bang Space. Yep.
And so, I guess, what is there like, other than booking a banging festival, which you guys are doing, is there some like greater thing you're trying to accomplish, like in terms of like the community, like the local community, or the general like music community?
I think it's really like definitely trying to foster like more cohesion in the local scene. You know, build bridges, draw people in,
Yeah.
like with Voodoo Sister, like being able to draw people in with something that might be a little more accessible
and
for them, and then maybe they see Body Void and they're like, this is also sick.
Yeah,
I didn't know I liked music where the vocals were all screaming.
Well, sometimes until you're
yeah.
in front of the volume, you know.
Yeah, you really understand it once you experience it.
And I think it's
in
sort
that
of like
way.
started to be cemented into like, oh, this is a thing I'm looking forward to like every year. It's like, okay, now this is like reoccurring. And so when the second year happened, at what point were you like, we're gonna do this again? And like, did that really start to solidify it in your brain?
Yeah,
Like,
and you know, it kind of just like,
it rolled around. You're like,
yeah, I think after the second year, like we got really good response.
yeah,
You know, and so we just kept doing it, and people get excited for it. It's definitely gratifying to hear people say that like they feel a sense of community when they go to Somergloom, and how it's like creating a space where people can feel like they belong and be creative and make connections.
yeah. And I think like that's probably like my favorite thing about it is
Yeah.
that like it brings together like a wide swath of people, and it's starting to feel every year that goes by. I'm like, oh, this is like more and more of a behemoth. Like especially like Boston has like a lot of festivals that are great, but this one I think has like a bigger focus. And not all festivals need a focus. Sometimes it's great just to have like 100 bands of like every stripe.
Yeah.
You know, and so like Nice Fest.
Yeah,
is,
Nice
like, the other
Fest has that covered.
And Nice Fest is great, and that's sort of like their concept. It's just like music.
Exactly.
But this has like a mood and brings out like the weirdos and freaks. And stuff. No, respectfully, freaks. Or stuff.
No, absolutely.
I mean, people all come to like dark music like for a reason. It's because something else in the world isn't working for them.
Yeah.
To me, and so it's sort of like a cool response to that. And so I know when you guys did at the Armory, you had vendors. Are there going to be vendors this year? Or not this year?
No vendors this year. We've been struggling to figure out how that works.
Yeah, it's hard to find like a.
I mean, I think
space.
what we would need to do, like Nice Fest has small mart handle the vendors, and it's just like a public art market out in Statue Park, and that's probably what we should be doing. But you know,
well, I mean,
maybe next year.
You got to run a whole festival.
Exactly.
Like one thing at a time. Like
but
the show,
I am,
the show
you know,
has to happen.
I'm psyched that we've got a little more music that you're going to be playing.
Yeah, and so there's like offshoot events. So
and that's like its own series called Down in Davis.
Yeah,
that,
and so it's sort of awesome because I've heard about the series, and then it's like, oh, this is like a sort of affiliated thing, and now you have like a nice stream.
Yeah, we did one already that was like Somerville affiliated.
Yeah,
Voodoo Sister, Savoir Faire, and Gia Green.
That's awesome.
And that was a great show. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and so it's just making things happen.
Yeah, and it's I love being able to offer like free public music experiences.
Yeah.
So
one day it'll be a patch show. And
then, right.
Yeah, and so I guess like as this is imminent on the horizon, what can people expect? What should people do next to take action to get in on the Gloom?
Get in on the Gloom? Well,
there's lots of ways.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can go to the festival. Buying a ticket in advance you don't really know how impactful that can be until you're on the other end of it. You know, watching the ticket sales and being like, are we going to break even?
Yeah,
are there going to be people at this show?
And it's hard. And I mean, so like, I always try to like tell people, I'm like, just take a risk. It's like I had some friends this year. Like, I had a friend who like became a volunteer. And like I did an interview with Eric from Magnetar, who's playing here Thursday night, and she sent me a really nice email. She's like, "Wow, I'm so on board with this band. I really like what they're doing.
That's awesome.
I'm really excited for the festival." And she like emailed a bunch of people like telling them they should go, and I'm like, "That's
That's what we need.
Yeah,
word of mouth.
I think what makes it exciting is it's like a thing that people go to that they want to tell other people.
Yeah,
It's like, hey, this cool thing happens every year. Like, I want to go. You should come with me.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that has sort of been like such a killer thing to make it grow and like bring community together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a lot to look forward to. So Somergloom 2026 is happening this week. We have Thursday, August 6th here at Deep Cuts is the Outlords, Magnetar, Through a Glass Darkly, and Swamphead. Friday, August 7th. Do you want to let people know the lineup? This banging lineup?
Oh yeah, so that's Drop Dead night. So we got Rhode Island's Drop Dead, legendary hardcore band, vegan hardcore band, Animal Rights.
Armageddon Shop
Ben from Drop Dead runs Armageddon Shop and label. He's been doing the label for ages. Great metal and punk label.
Yeah.
And then we got Miracle Blood, Severed Boy, Death Doom, KO Queen, and Unhinged.
Yeah.
And Saturday, Junius headlines. It's their Sotera record release. We got Planning for Burial, which I'm really excited for. I've been trying to get Planning for Burial for a while now. And we've also got Hero Way from Philly, awesome instrumental post-metal band. Ballast, members of Summoner, just like great kind of atmospheric, psychedelic, hard rock. And Gloom Lurker.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great. And yeah.
And Sunday night we're back at Deep Cuts.
Sunday night we're back at Deep
Sandwich,
Cuts.
8-Foot Manchild, Guts, Spirit Hotel, and Hemlock. So definitely come out. Somergloom is an awesome thing. It's really awesome what you guys have built over like these past few years. And I'm really excited for the coming week. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see you in the gloom. All right, and that's our show. I want to thank so much Somergloom for taking the time to talk with us today. If you're in the New England area at all, make sure you come down and check out some of the shows this weekend. There are shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So many great bands. You'll discover something new, I swear to God. And I also want to send a special shout out to Deep Cuts for letting us use their space and move some stuff around while we were recording. They're such a wonderful hub for local music, especially over these last few years. And finally, I want to thank the entire Struggling Artist team. You can find them all over at Instagram. Chris Chavez is at 716 The Sound. Jeff Bousquet is at JRB Image. Ryan Cowles at 13th Floor _Ryan. And Dave Anderson is at Pinball _Punks. And if you're looking for me, you can find me at Coffin _Salesman. We really appreciate you listening. Thanks for the time. And we're going to leave you off here with a song from Swamphead, Curse of the Witch. Catch them at Somergloom 2026.